Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a nice looking card with some nice looking defaults. You can see the end result here. So if I talk a little bit about it, we've got a card here which is, if I select a pen here, which is 300 pixels, that contains an image, contains a title and contains a description. In order to make this semantic, I'm going to be using certain HTML tags. So the outside tag is going to be an article. The title here is going to be a H4, and the description here is going to be a paragraph tag. And you can see there's a nice sort of outside border here, because I think that what makes a card looks nice is when the contents is sort of pushed inward slightly, so you've got a nice white border. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I've got some basic HTML here, and I have some CSS to get me started. I've got some nice defaults here for the color, so I'm using the SASS preprocessor here. The font size will be 62.5% of the browser default font size. So the browser default font size is normally 16 pixels, and this technique is used for when you want to create easy sizes within your CSS. So by doing this, if I wanted a font size of 16 pixels or 20 pixels, I would specify 2 rem. If I wanted 35 pixels, I would say 3.5 rem. So it's easy to tell just by looking at the CSS what that translates to in pixels. I'm going to use a line height of 1.5, and these are some nice sort of system defaults for the fonts. Background color, the color of the text will be black, background color will be silver. There'll be a container element, and I'll be using grid to center the single card. So it'll have a height of 100 viewport heights, display grid, justifies content center, so along the horizontal axis, and align item center along the vertical axis. And then I've set up some placeholders for the actual card. Okay, so let's actually build a card. So we've got the body here, use the main container, which will contain an article with a class of card. And that card will contain an image. Actually, that was incorrect. Okay, an image plus a title. So card title plus P card description, and hit tab. Boom, it's done. Okay, so let's add in the image. So I've actually got something conveniently saved here. Let's call it a random cat. Let's give it a width of 100%, so it fills the card, or fills the card as much as it can, and a height of auto. Okay, so it maintains the aspect ratio. we come down here, we can then specify the width being 30 rem. That translates to 300 pixels if you remember. Let's give it a margin of 0.8 rem all round, so it pushes the contents inside. Oh, not a margin, a padding. Let's give it a background color of white. So that should push in the contents, as you can see there. Okay, so let's add some content. A random cat and some lorem text. Oh, it's not working this time. Let's try that again. There we go. The title will give a font size of 24 pixels, so that will be 2.4 rem. The description will be 1.6 rem, being the default browser font size. And then this piece of CSS here is saying that underneath card we want to select everything apart from the last child. So if card is the outer element, so the children or everything underneath directly into card is the image, the title, and the paragraph. And so we only want to select the image and the title, and we want to say margin bottom 0.8 rem, meaning 8 pixels. There we go. And you can see that spacing just appeared there. So there you have a card. And if I resave that and reload that, we should see another random image pop up. There we go. Thanks for watching.